What's up guys, it's me Ollie, and today I just want to make a quick video to talk to you guys about the best way for you to level in D4, basically ever. I don't think there was any faster, like any way to level faster in D4 without basically any skill. Anyone can do this. You'll be able to level in 1.5 to 2 hours if you're not too lucky. It's really good. So first of all, starting off, before we actually get into the strat, make sure to pick a good build. You can jump here to the leveling tier list on max roll. By the way, this is not fully up to date yet as of the recording of the video. In a couple of hours, or for sure before the season comes out, this is going to be fully up to date. Regardless, just pick any build that's on S or A. Ideally, don't go below A. That will be strong and fast enough to just blast through leveling, so you don't have to worry too much about actually constantly upgrading gear and stuff like that, right? Because town is lava. The less time you spend in town, the better, right? So, actually going over the strat here. First of all, we're gonna create a character here really quick. Right, just do level test. And we're gonna be spawning, first of all, difficulty here. Always start with normal or hard, depending on your class. As long as you can like 2 or 3 shot enemies and you can kill elites in 2 or 3 seconds, that's good enough. If you can't, go to a lower difficulty, because when it comes to leveling, it's always more important to kill things fast than to kill harder enemies, okay? So, starting off, we're gonna spawn on a random town. It doesn't really matter, it always varies depending on the season. Sometimes you spawn on one town, sometimes you spawn on another. You're always gonna be able to, you're always gonna have to deal with the Q boss as well, apparently. There we go. During the testing, it didn't take this long, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, you start your character, we start in Cat Bardu, we don't care. You're gonna go over here to Tamiz, right? Make sure to favorite as your favorite town, right? To do that, you can just do right click, favorite, and then TP to Tamiz, right? Here, you're gonna be able to find our buddy here, Tyrael, right? You're gonna talk to him, we're gonna talk to our boy here, you're gonna talk about some maps, you know, just talk about his big map, and you're gonna go over to the WarPlan table. This is where the fun thing starts. You're gonna always start with double Helltide over here, and this is what you want. Helltide is gonna be the best way for you to level, right? So starting off, just pick the Helltide, bada bim bada boom, and you're gonna go here to the Helltide. You're gonna need to open 2 chests to complete, 1 per, right? So you just go over to the Helltide, you collect 150 cinders, and whenever you collect 150 cinders, don't open the chest, okay? Don't open the chest right away. What you're gonna do is, you're gonna go to a safe place, and you're gonna TP back to Tamiz. You're gonna go up difficulty to Penitent. If you're not already there, you're probably not there yet. At some point, you're gonna be able, if your build is strong enough, you're gonna be able to speed farm Penitent, and you don't need to do this. But early on the first couple of times you're gonna need to do this, go up to Penitent, and then you go back there, wrong one, you go back there, and you just open the chest on Penitent. Once you open the chest, you complete the WarPlans here, you TP back to town, and you go deliver the WarPlans over here to Tyrael, collect the XP, and you're gonna go back and do it again. Remember that you always want to get as many Helltides as you can. Just get 2 Helltides if you can get 3 better, but just get as many as you can. And if you don't have enough that satisfies you, you can roll here a new plan. After the first one, you always have 3 rolls, if I'm not mistaken. And just try to get at least 2 Helltides and something else that's fast. It doesn't really matter, as long as it's fast, it's good enough. And then you're gonna be leveling here. This first one here, the reason you want to go Helltides and that you are power leveling Helltides right away, it's because of these 2 nodes. First of all, Hellmouth. This allows you to spawn Hellwryms. Now, Hellwryms can do one of 3 things. Chaos Rift, which you don't really care too much, it's decent but you don't really care too much. Bloodseekers, again, it's decent but you don't really care too much. And most important than all, maggots. These things, whenever you kill them, give you an insane amount of XP. Early on it can be as much like 2, 3, 4 levels. It's actually insane, right? And after that, you're gonna get Wreath and Wrath. At the point you get Wreath and Wrath, you ignore WarPlans until level 70, okay? Wreath and Wrath basically guarantees that every Hellwrym you get, it's always gonna be the maggot one, which is insane. It's bonkers, right? You're just gonna be spawning a bunch of XP all the time. It's insane. Once you actually get it, once again, stop doing WarPlans until level 70. You're just gonna stay in Helltides all day, every day, just doing this. And one thing to point out is Hellwryms actually have a specific spot they spawn on. They have specific spawn spots. Yeah, right? They do have a spawn timer. The spawn timer is can be reduced by people doing activities around the map, around the Helltide. So doing this in populated areas is actually not so bad. So what you want to do here is you're going to go over here to the Helltide site, right? I'm going to have the link for both of this down below, and you're going to be looking for these green dots. What you want to do is look for a place here that has 3, 4, or 5 green dots nearby, and you're just gonna loop around them. So for example, here at the top, really good, you actually have 6 or 7. You can just start looping around this, right? And just keep looping and looping and looping. You will keep spawning Hellwryms every now and again, and you're just gonna be killing them whenever they spawn. Kill them, start looping again, and you're just gonna keep doing this. You always have a good spot over here as well. You have another decent spot over here, another one over here, another one over here, right? This will depend depending on the Helltide spot you have. And there's some spawns. I believe there's one here, for example, that's not on this site. But most of, I would say like 90 to 95% of the spawn spots are here. So this is still a good resource for you to look at regardless. You're just going to be looping these ones here, spawning the Hellwryms, killing them, and make sure to pick up the XP ores, right? Because that's where the XP is coming from. You can always, at this point, whenever you are at this point, if you cannot be at the max difficulty, so if you cannot be at Penitent, I would say it's not worth to go to town and go up to Penitent level to open the chest. Just open them at whatever difficulty you can do. And as always, if you feel like the difficulty you're at is a bit too easy, go up a difficulty. It's not as important, but as you can see, if you can kill things fast, it's always worth to go up difficulty because you do get a bit more XP. But as always, don't go up difficulty if you cannot almost one-shot the enemies, right? It's way more important to actually kill enemies. And another thing, don't forget movement speed on your boots. This is probably the most important stat you'll ever want. Movement speed on your boots, and as always, make sure to always upgrade your weapon. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter too much. Upgrading our weapon and getting movement speed on your boots, it's gonna be the most important things that you wanna care about on your gear, right? But yeah guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, as always, drop them down below. And in a couple of hours, or maybe tomorrow or something, we're gonna have builds coming out. We're gonna have Whirlwind, as always. And I'm gonna try to get some Paladin build guides out as well for the start of the season. I'm probably not gonna be doing all of the ones I'm covering yet. I'm gonna be covering Lance, as always, Zeal, Lance, Blessed Hammer. We also have Zenith, which is decent enough, but it's not the best build. And of course, Whirlwind on the Barbarian for now. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to watch out for the build guides, and as always, drop by Twitch or here on YouTube on season lunch because I'm gonna be live. So if you have any questions, and if I'm live, just drop by and ask them because that's gonna be way faster. But yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for watching and bye bye. Hope this helped.